Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. This morning, Wednesday, the CCSA reports 2,532 new cases of the virus around the nation, with 3,191 people recovered and released from quarantine. No new applications for the Thailand Test Go immigration program will be accepted by the ThailandPass website as of yesterday. Following meetings with the CCSA and the Cabinet, the Prime Minister announced that due to the global pandemic of a new and fast-spreading variant of COVID, combined with the fact that it's slow to show in testing, the program, which allowed visitors to arrive, go to an hotel, be tested and then free to travel within hours once results were given, will no longer apply. A review of the situation with the possibility of the Test and Go being revived is due in January. Omicron, often referred to as the Southern African variant, has proven to be tricky inasmuch as many test negative during what was previously a normal period when other variants showed up, but Omicron can take longer to show in lab tests. Globally, the virus has swept many nations, seeing countries like the UK overwhelmed with test fails, and labs there working extra shifts to keep up with an increase in demand for the RT-PCR test. Travellers with ThailandPass QR codes already issued will be allowed to complete the Test and Go for a limited time. Those who have applications pending will have their cases reviewed and be told which type of quarantine they can expect, and new applications will need to complete a full 7-day quarantine program. Currently, we're told the Sandbox program on Phuket, and only Phuket, will remain an option, which for many is questionable, as that allows visitors to leave their hotels during the daytime and travel around the region. Will the new controls stop Thailand getting the new variant? Probably not. In fact, previous variants have entered the country often through illegal immigrants, and over the past weeks it's been acknowledged that at some point it will take a grip here too. Combined with some airlines, such as British Airways, either cancelling flights or reducing flight numbers to Thailand, tourism numbers aren't expected to be anything to write home about. Truth, though, is that figures have already dwindled over the past few weeks to daily arrivals of just a couple of thousand. Determined travellers, expats and snowbirds will of course arrive and accept whatever quarantine is required of them. Quarantine hotels are not overpriced, in fact quite reasonable, and here, unlike other countries, those in quarantine have been allowed to order out for takeaway food if they find the hotel fare a little repetitive. Again, the situation will be reviewed next month by the CCSA. Separately, the government has ordered a massive new supply of Pfizer, as plans were approved this week for children 5 and up to receive vaccinations. Adult vaccinations, totally free, remain available to all Thais and non-Thais. Meanwhile, at home and in our own region, the province reported this morning 150 new cases, 19 in Chonburi, 28 in Sriracha, 57 in Banglamung, including Pattaya, and 7 in Sattahip. As the city preps for a festive season, there's no doubt that many nightlife venues are offering entertainment, fun and more. Restaurants with SHA Plus registration are fully open and of course serving alcohol when asked for, and hotels in many cases are offering super deals, so this still is the place to be for many. That Sattahip pedestrian bridge over the roadway, which we reported on yesterday, well, social media mirth spread following the bridge being built to incorporate a telegraph pole complete with cables coming up in the middle of the walkway. The local council hasn't found it funny. It seems they confirmed that whilst the bridge was built, it was down to the power company to move the pole. Once done, we're told, the contractors will of course fill the hole. No one's quite sure how they'll do that, as it will need rebar and an awful lot more to support the concrete. And for once we read that a local lad has been on trial in Bangkok, but in a good way. A 17-year-old, Clayton Ruddock, who spent the best part of his life in the Pattaya region, was in Bangkok last week in trials for Bangkok United and has been invited to return. Showing that expat children can be real achievers, Clayton was well known locally playing at Planet Football, which has seen numerous children do well in the sport, before being spotted and offered a football scholarship at an international school on Phuket. Remember the name, as he has a future for sure, having now received offers from several US universities, and he's expected to play professionally. If that happens, though, and he qualifies to play one day for an international team, the choice will be a tough one, as by birth he could choose between Thailand, Scotland, and thanks to his grandmother, England too. And Clayton, well, he's certainly an example to all up-and-coming youngsters here. And with the Met Office promising highs today of just 28 degrees, dropping down to 25, another chilly day. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,